Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. These teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, they've thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes rolling to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal from the 6. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
2. Brings up 2nd and
he'll buy some time right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
That's the score. Chiefs 7, Browns nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he hits him in stride.
If you were me, you'd do this too.
Way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead out 2 more.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here, because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I say it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
You're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up here at 32. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and...
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up second and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's caught by Travis Kelce. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play. Leads to 2nd.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so impotent. He's going to get down this one as down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
They're on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 20. Three.
23-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
That can be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to
So
go.
back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to try and go deep and pass. He's caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
A big play there. In the final seconds of the first half. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And got his man complete.
Go time, baby.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To George Kittle.
George Kittle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Chiefs 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Chiefs take over first and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score. He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do it, but many will also show something and then come back.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by Rashad Breeland. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again.
Sack.
Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
A tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, again, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and deliver the football. While the offensive linemen, they may be nameless and faceless to a lot of people, they certainly aren't to their teammates who are the skill position guys. They appreciate the heck out of them, and they're capitalizing.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
But that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. A very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
Mayfield.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
7-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This is caught. All the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. And this one through the uprights and good.
The score, Browns 29, Chiefs 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. Harris has it over the middle.
Mayfield's pass.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
1st down.
Mayfield on 1st down. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to take another shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Pass across the 20.
You get nothing.
And
I
he
like
is
it.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Complete.
Big play there. 79 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes now on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. That's
Be denied, boy.
And he'll take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. 42 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Mayfield now. Able to find Harris, complete. The 30.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss next time.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead. And another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 48 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Throwing, Mayfield. And this one's caught. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of play.
This is caught inside the 15, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's a quick strike out to Watkins. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.